The devil is in the edge cases. Executive summary. AI-driven automation often fails because it ignores edge cases. These rare, complex problems require human intuition that pattern recognition software lacks. Many executives use AI washing to hide management failures or economic shifts. Training AI through passive observation ignores the vital thinking process behind every task. If companies fire experts before AI is truly capable, they risk catastrophic failures. Rebuilding lost expertise is costly, difficult, and sometimes impossible for a broken organization. Article: Many corporate leaders believe AI will soon replace human workers. They imagine a world where software handles every task perfectly. However, this vision relies on a misunderstanding of how AI actually works. Most current AI systems use pattern recognition. They look at past data to predict the next likely step. This works well for simple questions. It fails miserably for complex, multi-step processes. Answering a question is not the same as executing a job. A job requires judgment and context. It requires an understanding of why certain actions matter. AI models do not understand why. They only understand what usually comes next. This distinction creates a massive gap between expectation and reality, the edge case problem. In computer science, we talk about edge cases. These are problems that occur outside of normal operating conditions. Most workdays consist of routine tasks. A human handles these routines easily. However, every job also involves rare and unpredictable problems. We call these edge cases the devil in the system. AI models train on majority data. They learn from the most common examples. Therefore, they struggle with the rare exceptions. A human uses intuition to solve a new problem. An AI simply guesses based on old patterns. When an AI hits an edge case, it often hallucinates or fails. In high-stakes fields, these failures are dangerous. The high cost of failure. We see the danger of edge cases in self-driving cars. These vehicles perform well on clear, sunny highways. They struggle with unpredictable human behavior or strange weather. A single edge case can lead to a fatal crash. If we remove the human driver, we lose the ultimate safety net. The same logic applies to white-collar work. Companies might replace accountants or paralegals with AI. These systems will handle 90% of the work. However, they will fail on the critical 10% that requires deep expertise. If the human expert is gone, the company cannot fix the error. Small mistakes can snowball into massive corporate disasters. Passive observation versus active logic. Many companies try to train AI by recording employees. They capture screenshots and monitor keystrokes. They believe this data captures the essence of the job. This is a false assumption. Screenshots only show the artifacts of work. They do not capture the mental process behind the work. Passive observation misses the thinking stage. It misses the moments when a worker decides not to do something. Real process execution requires active code and logical structures. Robotic process automation, RPA, can handle some of these steps. However, RPA is expensive and rigid. It cannot adapt to change like a human can. The management failure and AI washing. Why do executives push for AI if it is not ready? The answer often lies in AI washing. This term describes companies that claim to use AI to hide internal failures. Management might use AI as an excuse for poor performance. They might blame job cuts on innovation rather than a weak economy. Current low hiring rates for entry-level roles prove this point. Many blame AI for these missing jobs. In reality, the economy is simply fluctuating. Companies use the AI narrative to please investors. It sounds better to say you are optimizing with technology than to admit you are shrinking. The risk of disobedience. Imagine a manager asks you to train your AI replacement. Would you do a high-quality job? Most people would feel betrayed. They might provide incomplete data or skip nuances. This creates a poisoned model. The AI learns a flawed version of the job because the teacher was unmotivated. Companies think they can fire people once the training ends. But if the replacement fails, the expertise is gone. Rebuilding a department takes years. Hiring new experts is incredibly costly. Once you lose the human tribal knowledge, you cannot simply download it back. The ghost of San Francisco. We can see the danger of rapid forced change in cities like San Francisco. The city relied heavily on a specific model of office work. The COVID-19 lockdowns broke that model instantly. People assumed the city would get back to normal quickly. It did not happen. The ecosystem of restaurants, shops, and services collapsed. The human connections that sustained the city vanished. Now the city struggles to recover its former strength. If companies rush into AI and fail, they will face a similar hollowed-out reality. They will have no experts left to fix the mess. AI as a weak simulation. We must remember that AI is a weak simulation of intelligence. It mimics human speech, but lacks human understanding. It can generate text, but it cannot take responsibility. A machine does not care if a bridge falls or a budget fails. Only humans carry the weight of consequences. Reliance on simulations creates a fragile system. A fragile system breaks when things get weird. And in the real world, things always get weird eventually. The devil thrives in those moments of chaos. Without human experts at the edge, the system will inevitably crash. Do you know that any private information you put into a cloud AI is used to train that AI? A private AI running on your own hardware is the best way to keep your private data private. I can help you set up a private AI on almost any PC or server. Contact me for a free consultation. If you get value from these blogs, please consider joining my Patreon as a member at the $2, $4, or $8 level. There are more than 400 previous blogs on my Patreon page. https://www.patreon.com/Steve Hovland.